saw earlier disappeared. The last substance that we are going to mix with distilled water is a crushed candy. So again, we need a dropper and get some distilled water and drop it in a container with a crushed candy and then mix it. After 20 seconds of shaking the container, we can observe that the water becomes cloudy and there are some crushed candies did not dissolve. After 1 minute of shaking the container, we can see that the water becomes sticky and more cloudy.
Paracetamol and ethanol. In this procedure, we need a dropper to get some ethanol and then put it or drop it in the container with a crushed paracetamol, or you add ethanol to paracetamol powder. Stir and observe at 20 seconds and 1 minute. As you can see, after 20 seconds, the paracetamol begins to dissolve and the solution turns clear and colorless. So that's the result or observation after 20 seconds. Observation, the paracetamol is completely dissolved and there is no solid residues remain, as you can see in the video. Baby powder and ethanol. So in this procedure, also we need a dropper to get some ethanol and then put it or drop it in the container with baby powder. So you pour an ethanol into a clean container, small amount. Then stir the mixture and observe at 20 seconds and 1 minute. Observing the results after shaking 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, the baby powder does not dissolve. There are small amounts or small white clumps form and float in ethanol. shaking 1 minute. Baby powder, the clumps settle slightly but remain visible. No visible color change in ethanol. Crush candy and ethanol. So, in this procedure, we need a dropper to get some ethanol and then put it or drop it in the container with a crush candy. So, you pour the ethanol into the container, or you add a small amount of an ethanol to a crush candy. Stir the mixture and observe at 20 seconds and 1 minute. In observing after 20 seconds, the crushed candy starts dissolving. The ethanol becomes slightly cloudy and a minty odor is noticeable. After 1 minute, more of the candy dissolves, but some white residues remain at the bottom. The ethanol remains cloudy. Some of the crushed candy isn't melting. From this test, we observed that different adulterants react differently with ethanol. First, paracetamol dissolves completely, forming a clear solution. Second, baby powder remains insoluble and forms clumps. And the third is crushed candy, partially dissolves, leaving some undissolved particles. So this experiment helps us to understand the chemical properties of substances and their solubility, which is useful in forensic chemistry for identifying drug adulterants.